So yesterday I was chatting with a subscriber on my Winnipeg video with the Sens beating the Jets 4-2 about why we think Ottawa, we were kind of bouncing ideas why we think the Sens have been playing better lately and winning more games. And I was saying, well, I think it's mostly because, Ottawa's been playing really tight in their own end, not giving their opponents too much time and space. And it's almost like the Sens heard that and wanted to go out and totally embarrass me for saying that. In all seriousness, though, let's get to some lineup notes. Anton Forsberg starts in this game. Alex Formenton comes back into the lineup. Vitaly Abramov comes out. So let's talk about the game. So Calgary really needs this game to stay alive in the playoffs, and while they did win and kept their playoff hopes alive, they are not mathematically eliminated. In my books, the Flames, all they really did last night was just hold off the inevitable. I don't really see a scenario where they do make the playoffs. All Montreal has to do is just pick up 1 point in their next 2 games and they're in. They clinch a playoff spot. That would be the nail in the coffin for the Flames if that was the case. And Calgary has to win the rest of their games here on out. It is still a very tiny percent that could happen. Very small chance, though. I don't think it is going to happen. But things would get off to a good start for Calgary as 10:39 in. Johnny Gaudreau would score on the breakaway. And it looked like Victor Mete had that play cleaned off. It looked like he got back on the Gaudreau, but Gaudreau found a way to sneak the backhanders through on Forsberg. It's 1-0 Calgary. The Flames wouldn't stop there. 17 seconds in, Michael Backlund would score to get the Flames up 2-0. Shortly after that, the onslaught would continue as Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk's brother, obviously, as we all know, would score to make it 3-0 Calgary. He tapped one through in front. He kind of shrugged off Brandstrom. He put it home. I just want to mention this for people that are saying, I hope Matthew Tkachuk becomes a Senator next year. The day Matt Tkachuk becomes an Ottawa Senator is the day I'm going to find a new team to cheer for, and that would break my heart. But at the end of the day, I don't like Matthew Tkachuk. I think he's a predator. Well, I'm not big on the way Brady plays the game either. I don't see Brady, like I mentioned before, as a predator type of player. I see him more as a guy who plays the game really hard. He can be a bit of a hothead and lose his cool and take a bad penalty here and there. But I find Matthew Tkachuk, I don't know, he's done some things in the past that are very controversial, and I just don't want Ottawa to deal with a circus like that. And then 10:05 in, Michael Stone, the brother of former Ottawa Senator Mark Stone, would fire an absolute rocket by Anton Forsberg to make it 4-0 Calgary. That would end the night for Forsberg. Anton Forsberg, he wasn't great tonight. That's probably the first time, or last night I should say, that's probably the first time I can say that about him in a Sens uniform. That was a great shot by Stone. Still, I would have liked to seen Forsberg have that. His night's done. Philip Gustafsson coming in to clean up the mess. 1 minute and 1 second later, Drake Batherson doing some great work on the forecheck. He sends an absolute beautiful backhand pass to a couple of Calgary players onto Josh Norris's stick. Norris taps it home past Jacob Markstrom. Sens are on the board, and they keep their streak alive of not being shut out this year. I want to point out that in the 14-15 season, the Sens were not shut out either. So all Ottawa has to do is just avoid being shut out Wednesday night against Toronto, and they could be the only team to not get blanked this season. After that, I thought Ottawa had their best stretch of the game after they got on the board. They put together a couple of good shifts, but that was about it. I mean, the Flames were just better in every area. I mean, I think we could all see that. They outskated the Sens. They really gave Ottawa no room. Ottawa was a little stubborn. They refused to shoot the puck. Yesterday I found there were some opportunities. Calgary, they played it straight, man. They gave them no room. I mean, they really clogged everything up. Every time Ottawa was in the Flames zone, there just really didn't seem to be a lot of space for them to make any plays. You got to give the Flames some credit, but I think couple that with the fact that the Sens, have been riding hot lately. Maybe they lost some momentum. They coming in off a big back-to-back. Had to make the big travel from Winnipeg to Calgary. I mean, couple that with the fact, like I said, that Calgary was a desperate team, and that's why we had the outcome we had last night. Dylan Dubé would score to make it 5-1 Calgary. Then Brady Tkachuk would take a bad penalty. He would slash, I forget who, I believe it was Rasmus Andersson up the ice. When guys do that, I don't know why they do it. I know they're frustrated. I get that, obviously. But do they actually think the ref's not going to call that? If you're Brady Tkachuk, why make a bad thing worse? Mark Giordano would score on that power play, make it 6-1. And I got to admit, I rolled my eyes after that 6-1 goal. I was pretty perturbed at that point. And that would be it. That's how the game would end, 6-1. Calgary, like I said, better team. Start to finish, pretty much. Like I said, the Sens, few good shifts, but that was about it. You know, they didn't really have a whole lot going on. No one was really good for them yesterday. It almost felt like they were, I don't want to say due for a letdown, because you don't want to ever make excuses for losing or anything, you know, but just the fact that they were on the back-to-back, they were winning a lot of games, it almost felt like, yeah, they're you know, especially Calgary being desperate, you know, maybe the Sens were due for a loss, I guess, so to speak. In blowout games in the past, you guys all know I've been very vocal about how I felt. This one doesn't feel the same as those games, though. This is almost like a throwaway. I mean, the Sens, it's hard to manufacture the same emotion that the Flames would have, because of the fact that Calgary does still have that, you know, that chance of making the playoffs, albeit a very small one, but they do still have a chance of making the playoffs. And for Ottawa, I mean, you know, playing the role of spoiler can be fun, but you're still not going to have the same emotional drive as the team that's still in it, obviously. And that was the first time Ottawa has surrendered 5+ goals in a game since the April 10th barn burner in Toronto, where they lost 6-5. So for Ottawa, they've played really well defensively. They've really battened down the hatches. They've blocked up all the leaks that they've had in their defense, coupled out with the fact they've been getting much better goaltending. But when you don't allow, you know, I don't know, 15, 20 high danger chances, slot shots a game, that really makes life a lot easier for your goalies, and, you know, that makes their save percentage a lot better, and you're just going to be getting better returns from them in general. So those are my thoughts on this game. Please let me know what all of you think in the comments down below. A rare stinker for Ottawa nowadays. These games weren't so rare early on, but it's refreshing to say that, yes, these games are rare for the Ottawa Senators to have nowadays. Not just for the last month, but I would say for the last couple months, ever since they came off that trip where they got beat up pretty good 3 straight in Edmonton there. They've been pretty solid defensively ever since then, in my opinion anyway. So I would say for the last 2 months, but especially after the trade deadline, they got really good defensively. So let me know, once again, like I said, all that and more. We just got one more game to go here against Toronto Wednesday night. It'll be interesting to see how the team comes out in that one. Obviously, they want to be a lot better than they were in the game against Calgary last night. So we'll see what happens there. Let me know all that and more. Please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.